Good evening, my friends. Today I am back with another topic. Today I will discuss about neuromuscular blocking agents. Sorry, I cannot make a long video because I have got some memory issues on my phone. So, look, neuromuscular blocking agents. Forget about these things. We'll focus on these non-depolarizing blockers, and we have got depolarizing blockers or non-competitive blockers. Today I will particularly focus in non-depolarizing or depolarizing blockers or non-competitive blockers, which is succinylcholine and decamethasone, and we'll discuss all things that you should know about succinylcholine. And let first discuss what do you mean by non-depolarizing blockers. You remember the motor end plate, this is the synaptic end, and this is the muscles, the postsynaptic membrane. In muscles we have N cholinereceptors. Acetylcholine will be released here in the synaptic cleft and it will hit N cholinereceptors, and that's how nerve impulse get conduct. But this non-depolarizing agents will attach with this N-choline and will not make this receptor free for acetylcholine, and that's how non-depolarizing agents they block nerve impulse conduction. But this effect can be reversed, and that is why it is called competitive blockers, because whoever got more concentration, if we increase the concentration of acetylcholine, or if we increase the enzyme acetylcholine, if we block this enzyme that keeps on destroying our acetylcholine by giving anticholinesterase, for example neostigmine drugs, ultimately it will increase acetylcholine concentration in your synaptic cleft. So whoever got more concentration will get chance to attach with this receptor. Imagine this as a goal, and imagine these two mediators as a guy. The guy who is more rich will get chance to hang out with girl. That's simple. Okay. This is how non-depolarizing blockers block the nerve impulse conduction. Look at the depolarizing blockers. How did they work? How do they work? Depolarizing blockers, they at first for a very few time they activate this receptor, causing muscle twitching or muscle fasciculations. After that the receptor gets desensitized and will not respond, and in that way they interfere with the nerve impulse conduction. Today I'll particularly focus on succinylcholine. Let's directly get into the succinylcholine. But before getting into the succinylcholine, look the sequence of muscle blockade sequence. First, eyelid muscles gets blocked, and then jaw, pharynx, larynx. So from upward to downward, and we'll check abductor pollicis muscles to monitor the neuromuscular blockade. Okay, this is the MCQ. Adductor pollicis, the muscles in your hand around your thumb. Look, succinylcholine is a depolarizing non-competitive neuromuscular. You know what it means. It is the shortest acting muscle relaxant. Potential MCQ. Dose 1 to 2 milligram per kg. Another potential MCQ. Mode of action, you know, I already told you. And look, it produces fasciculation, means for very few seconds it produces muscles fasciculation, twitching. Quick powerful contraction of muscles is called fasciculation or twitching. Look, another important MCQ, does not cross placental barrier in significant concentration, but may cross in low concentration. Slightly may cross but does not cross too much. Okay. Systemic effects, the major common side effects of succinylcholine is bradycardia. So it causes bradycardia, common side effect. Remember another side effect, it causes increase in cranial pressure, it causes increase in ocular pressure. Though it causes bradycardia, but it may increase blood pressure also causing some peripheral vasoconstriction. Okay, look, another side effect that is frequently asked, muscle pain because of fasciculation twitching. When muscle contracts quickly, they may get trauma, the muscles fiber may get break, and you know which ion is present inside your cell. Potassium ion is present inside your cell, and which may cause hyperkalemia. Muscles, quick powerful contraction of muscle may cause pain, muscle pain. So muscle pains is associated with which muscles relax and use eta succinylcholine, and it may cause malignant hypothermia. Malignant hyperthermia, usually succinylcholine not cause malignant hyperthermia, it triggers malignant hyperthermia. Look, in whole pharmacology there are two group of drugs that triggers malignant hyperthermia. It is, one is succinylcholine and another is all inhalational agents like halothane, desfluran, isofluran, influran. They triggers malignant hyperthermia, and to treat this hyperthermia you give drug named dantrolene sodium. Dantrolene sodium is used in treatment of malignant hyperthermia, which is triggered by succinylcholine and inhalating agents. Look, contraindication, every contraindication is MCQ. Hyperkalemia, so you cannot give in massive soft tissue injury. In head injury you cannot give because raised ICP. Okay, in newborn you cannot give, in eye injuries you cannot give. And look, you cannot give succinylcholine 3 months after trauma, 6 months after hemiplegia, 1 year after burns. All these contraindication is basically linked with this reason, hyperkalemia. Okay, so remember this. Look, some points. Post-operative fasciculations, myalgia is caused by succinylcholine. Post-operative injury in muscle tone is caused by succinylcholine. And look, succinylcholine is metabolized by plasma cholinesterase. So succinylcholine does not require reversal of blockade. Let's discuss some MCQs that is about succinylcholine. Look, another question, it's in NMC, it has been asked in 2072. A patient with paraplegia and cardiac problems planned for operation, which is contraindicated. Basically all these options are muscles relaxant. Look, paraplegia, I told you, you cannot give succinylcholine at least for 6 months. So paraplegia, answer will be suxamethonium. Another name of succinylcholine is suxamethonium. Lots of MCQs have been asked, but in NMCLE books I need to search them, it is very difficult. So let's move into Sarath Chandra. Look, significant. Look, succinylcholine is a muscle relaxant which acts by, option will be, answer will be persistent depolarization. Look, post-operative muscle ache is caused by, you know, post-operative muscle ache, the muscle ache or muscle pain, suxamethonium will cause because it causes fasciculation or twitching. Look, succinylcholine causes all except it causes hyperkalemia, we know. It causes muscle pain, we know. It triggers malignant hyperthermia, we know, but it will not cause hypokalemia, so it will be the answer. Succinylcholine, it increase all pressure, to some extent blood pressure, intraocular pressure of course, and intracranial pressure also. So succinylcholine answer will be increased. Shortest acting muscle relaxant, our answer will be succinylcholine. Galamine, tubocurarine, pancurarine, I will discuss about all these, I will discuss about these drugs also, but in my another videos, because my phone, I have some memory issues, I cannot make too lengthy videos. Okay, so for today, remember about succinylcholine. Tomorrow or maybe after some time I will discuss about other drugs. I will focus on especially in exam. Okay, till then, goodbye, good night.